Hello, Wealth Partners. Well, I wanted to invite you exclusively to some events that we've got not only around the country, but in different countries. So let me share my screen with you quickly. I'll try to keep this short because I know that your time is important to you. So we've always called these Wealth Partner events, but just in case you're confused, a Wealth Partner event is a shareholder event. It's in our DNA. Literally for 20 years, I mean, this was me presenting at my very first event in London, in Putney in 2004. This was Chas Everett on the banks of the river. Baldwin, which is the biggest listed residential property developer. Ian Fife and Andy McPherson. Ian Fife was the property editor of the Financial Mail. Andy McPherson, managing partners of Buchanan Boys. Dr. Hannes Dreyer presenting in London. Myself presenting all of these different launches between the UK and South Africa, Australia and South Africa. Many of you joined this community through one of these various community events, the buyers trips all around America, and more recently in the last couple of years, the weekends. The buyers trips became lunches, the lunches became weekends. And we've had just the most incredible experiences in our community and bringing our community together. And really that's what's made the strength of this company. I've said this so many times, the strength of this company is the power of the community. And so we wanted to reignite everything that was truly working a decade plus ago. And it stopped for various different reasons, including some of the things that happened in business plus in COVID. And so I wanted to invite you. We've got a number of events that are happening around the country in the next couple of weeks. So the first one is in Durban. It'll be in Umhlanga at the Beverly Hills on the 26th of August. That's next Monday. And the time is at 6 p.m. Then we've got Johannesburg on the 2nd of September. That's at the Radisson Blue. Now, I know there's a couple of Radissons in Sandton, so make sure that you go to the one with the Gautrain. We've specifically done this so everyone can lose their excuses, whether you're coming from the airport or whether you're coming from Pretoria, whether you're coming from Rosebank or town. You can get there quickly on the Gautrain. That's also at 6 p.m. And then finally, Cape Town is on the 5th of September at the Radisson Red at the V&A waterfront. It's got a lovely rooftop view that, depending on the weather, obviously looks out in terms of also at 6 p.m. I know some of the dates are Monday evenings. We've done it to orchestrate and plan around other events, other trips that we're doing, but it's an excuse to get together, to be able to have a drink, to understand what's happening in the business, to be able to talk to our other community members and shareholders, and to basically engage, and really actually to get back into the ethos of what a community company is. We used to have so much fun. I loved it. It's one of the things I'm deeply grateful for. And really, we're asking you to help us reignite the very catalyst that helped us build this company in the first place. Then we've got a trip to America planned in September. I'm going over there not only to go on a buyer's trip to look at big opportunities, including data centers, but also to go and have a word with John Herbert and see if there's something we can do with John Herbert in terms of sorting out those trust accounts. And then once that trip's done, the next trip will be to the UK, and we intend to do an event in the UK. So we'd love you to come to any one of those events. I would ask you to click on the link below. There's literally a Google form. All that we're just asking, it's free to attend. You will pay for your own drinks, etc. So again, back to building a business through revenue. There's nothing extravagant about it, but it's an excuse to get together, to collaborate, to have fun, to understand what's going on in the business. And my strong invitation is, and my request actually, come and join us in terms of where we're at. The other thing I wanted to mention is that one of the things that built this community is our wealth weekends. We had a highly successful wealth weekend in March of 2024 down in Stellenbosch and in Franschhoek. We had a huge amount of fun. Only our mastermind members are able to come on these wealth weekends. And when our next wealth weekend is actually being held in the cradle of humankind. It starts next Wednesday. And it's actually Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. I have made a concession because we managed to make 3 extra tickets available. So if any wealth partners want to be invited to this, there's a cost to it. And you would have to have a chat with Alex and I and make sure that you qualify for it. But it's going to be an incredibly unique opportunity. You've got Karen Wellman, you've got Nicholas Lieberman, you've got David Lipschitz, you've got Garth Wellman and myself, literally for 4 days. So Garth will be starting off with 6 mega trends to wealth. He is the CEO and co-founder of Calio Capital. Then we'll be going with Karen Wellman, and it'll all be about personalizing your investor enneagram. So if you do or don't know, but there's an Enneagram. It's got 5,000 years worth of substance to it. And it's never been done anywhere in the world. It's now being married together with your Enneagram and wealth. And this is how they help family office investors make better decisions for them and their family. Then we'll be going to social and conscious capital, and this will be run by Nicholas Lieberman, the other co-founder of Callio Capital. And then David Lipschitz is coming out all the way from America. Now, he is ex-McKinsey's. He traditionally only works with billion-dollar families out of India and America. He lives in America. He charges about $250,000 a family to help them with generational wealth. And it's just incredible what he's doing in the space, and he's going to be there live in the room. So, I mean, 4 incredible speakers. You really won't get a chance like this to have all of them in one room in terms of this process. As you know, if you've been on these things, it's about building lasting investment relationships. We're staying in the cradle of humankind, which is where the start of humanity started. There'll be game tours, etc. in terms of the process. We've got a tour to Josie, and on the Saturday, the highlight is we've got 32 tickets to the Springboks versus the All Blacks with a trip there. So we'd love you to join us and enjoy the lovely dinners and the lunches in terms of that process. And it's the 28th of August to the 1st of September. Reach out to Alex Y if that's something of interest to you. Then finally, I remind you of Private Wealth Global, which is all about getting results safely and simply. It's the enhanced partnership between Callio Capital and Wealth Migrate. We're super excited. We're actually going to be launching it next weekend at the Wealth Weekend. And there's 9 steps to generational wealth. So each and every one of you as shareholders should be going through this process. It's what the wealthiest people in the world are actually doing in terms of creating generational wealth for them and their families. There's 9 steps, and I look forward to taking you through that process. And finally, I remind you on the 12th of September, we've got Clem Sunter with a personal interview, and we'd love you to come along and learn from Clem about the global scenarios, the UK, America, Europe, South Africa, Australia, in terms of local scenarios, what the flags are, what the probabilities are, and how you make the right decisions for you and your family. And that is all from me. I hope that we'll see you at the live events, and if not, that we'll see you online. And if you really are intrigued by the Wealth Weekend, we've managed to make 3 tickets available. It was previously exclusively for Mastermind members, but if you do qualify and it's something intriguing, reach out to Alex or I, and we can give you the details. And hopefully you can join us in what I believe is going to be the greatest Wealth Weekend we've ever put together. Thanks, everyone. See you. Cheers.